Well, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. We are Easy Marketing. We're located here in Northeast Florida, and today we're going to be talking about digital marketing trends for 2021. And specifically, we're going to talk about social media and how you can try something new. Um, so we have clients throughout Florida, across the country, and internationally. We focus on website design and maintenance, graphic design, email marketing, social media management, and we are also a certified constant contact partner. My name is Dixie, and we also have Katrine, who is the president of Easy Marketing and has been doing this for over 20 years, so she really knows her stuff. Our presentation today will only be 20 minutes. We know your time is valuable, so stick to the end, and you'll be entered to win a free consultation. So let's just dig right in. We're going to be talking about how COVID-19 forced businesses to modify and adapt last year. And we're going to be talking about sharing some lessons that small businesses have learned as they navigated this uncertain times and how you can apply these lessons moving forward into 2021. The businesses that survived 2020 not only survived but thrived when they used a digital first marketing strategy. And those are the things that we hope to share with you. In our last part of the series, we talked about staying in touch and top of mind, and that is available on YouTube if you missed that one and you'd like to review. And today we'll be focused on trying something new. So the first thing we want you to try that might be new to you is going live. So we're going live right now, and it can be kind of scary, but it's okay to make mistakes. People really just want to see your face. Know that you are a live person, somebody that is knowledgeable, that's approachable, and somebody that they'd like to do business with. So where can you go live? Almost anywhere. We're using a program called GoToWebinar or GoToMeeting, but you can do it on any of your social media channels, Facebook, Snapchat, whatever you have is a great place to go live. The next question we get is, well, what am I going to talk about? That's kind of scary. We recommend that you start with what are the 5 most common questions. So if people are coming to you asking about your business, the top things that they ask are great things to cover in your live session. You can talk about something new. So if you have new products, new services, whatever is new for your organization, that's a great topic to cover. Make it fun. It doesn't always have to be serious, but it's really just important to connect. They want to see your face. 20 minutes is a great amount of time, not too long, not too short. You want to have a plan, a little bit of a notes, if you will, but you don't have to have every word scripted. Just sort of have some bullet points of what you want to cover so that you don't get lost, but it can still be very conversational. And at the end, you want to have a soft call to action. So make sure that this is not a sales pitch. This is not like as seen on TV, but wait, there's more. You want to provide a service and information that people want to consume. But at the end, you can say, hey, if you need help, if you need more tips, please contact me. This is how I can help you. And the best thing to do is to ask people to subscribe to your emails so that you can keep the conversation going forward. Hmm. So what do you need to get started? Honestly, a cell phone is really all you need, a good quality cell phone. Just keep it simple. We recommend that you put it on a little tripod. Here's an example here of one with a button so that you can click instead of having to push it on the cell phone. And you can get something like this for as little as $20. If you want to take it up a notch, $40 or $50 will get you a tripod with maybe a little microphone, possibly some lighting. So that's another option if you want to, make it a little bit more, professional. But it's not necessary to get started. You just want to look very presentable and have good lighting. We recommend that if you're indoors, that you want to be facing the window, don't have it behind you. And if you're outdoors, face toward the sun. Good lighting will go a long way in making you look professional. And you also want to make sure that you're in a quiet spot. So a quiet room in your business, or if you're outdoors, try to get away from street noise, lawn noise, those sorts of things.
Yeah, and can I just add that on the list we said Facebook, and that is really most simple thing you can do, where you actually, yes, you're going to see if you open up Facebook for your professional account, your business account, it just go live. And a little tip there is that you need a few minutes with small talk before you get started. And so if you join us early today, you saw that we were just chatting, and that was the reason we do that, is so you can make sure that your microphone and speakers are on, and people that have liked you on Facebook will actually get a little notification that you are live, and just go with it. And also, did you have this in your notes, Dixie? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's okay. So I want to give you a concrete example. So we have a client here locally that is a soccer club for kids as well as adults. And obviously that's a very high touch business. So when the pandemic happened, they had to shift or shut down completely. So instead of having people come to live practices or live games, they started a whole at-home training program. And as you see on the bottom left there, they had things that you could download, but they decided also we want to go live so people can see us. So they had people sign up for a Facebook group, and then they would go live at predetermined times so that you could in real time watch and participate in the training. And and that was something new to them they had never done before, but it was so successful in keeping that organization not only surviving but thriving last year. But it's something that we would love to continue going forward because it's a value added to the customer. People really got used to consuming products and information in this way, and Facebook algorithms really prioritize live videos. So that's another great reason for you to try this. If you can see on the bottom right, just the very first video had 1,300 views. So even if you're only getting a few dozen or 100 people viewing it live in the moment, it can also be recorded and continue, and they can watch it later. So you're getting that live interaction now, but also continuing to build views over the following days and weeks. Another great example would be a service industry. Let's say that you are someone who sells and installs air conditioners. That's sort of a one-time thing. Hopefully that air conditioning unit is going to last 5, 10, 20 years, but you want to keep in contact with your customers. So you could go live and show them, for example, how to properly install the filter, or if they don't have one, how to measure to find the right size if it's been a long time. So just think about what is something that your customers would need to know, and how can you, in a casual environment, just go live and physically demonstrate the product or the service that they could use. So we encourage you highly to try going live. It's okay if you make mistakes. Occasionally, my microphone falls off or the cell phone rings. Those kind of things are going to happen. Your customers are very understanding, but they really like to see your face. And like Katrine said, they're going to get that notification. So as they're scrolling through the screen, it's going to say, oh, Easy Marketing is live now. And if you give them a minute to tune in, you'll really have that captive audience. So try that. Try something new. Try going live. The next thing you want to try is automating your email. So I'm going to let Katrine talk to you about that.
Yes. So again, let's say that you are the company that are installing this. How do you keep in contact with your clients that maybe only buy an air conditioning unit once every 10 or 20 years? But we have the perfect tool in that, with something called email automation, because think that you have solved it and that you would like to send them an email the same day the installation is done. You send a thank you, and then you maybe include 5 tips on how to best care for your unit. And then 4 days later, you send them another email saying, we hope everything is working well. Do you have any question? Are there any issues? Here is our phone number. Give us a call. We want to make sure that the unit is working well. And then 60 days after the first installation, then it's time to change your filters. What about sending them an email at that day and give them instructions, maybe a little video how they do that? Hopefully you left them a little note on the size of the filters. Maybe you even gave them the first filter to change out free. And then 120 days after, you send a new one because now it's time to put in the second filter, and maybe they need to order more and you want them to order from you. So then you give them all that instructions and you continue so until it's a year later. So 365 days after, that's when you send an email and say it's time to schedule your yearly service. Doesn't that sound great? But how the heck are you going to be able to send all those emails and remember what clients install their unit, what date? How are you going to have time for that? So that's where the email automation comes in. So I'm going to give you a couple of more examples of other industries than the air conditioner. And then we're going to go in and see how you do this. And then we're going to tie this together with going Facebook Live, because Dixie already talked about having people, the little soft call to action in those videos are to sign up for your email so they continue being in contact with you, not only when you are live on Facebook or whatever medium you're working on. Okay, so here are a couple of other examples. Let's say that you are an animal rescue and you reach people and you want them to join the organization. The first thing you do when someone has joined and signed up as a member, you send them a thank you, okay? Then maybe a week after, you send another one talking more about who they are and some fun information. It is so important that those first 2, 3, 4 emails have tons of good information in them. And this is such an email that has a lot of good information in it. And then you have a third one. So you just make those different emails pre-made. Here is another example. Let's say you have a yoga studio and people can sign up. Maybe they just become member and they're going to start to come to your classes. Wouldn't it be cool to be able to send them one email a day for maybe, and show them the most common poses you do. So next time they come to class, at least they've seen them and don't feel so awkward. But you send them one email per day. So say you have 7 poses or 10, and you just have them ready to send out. You can actually use the same ID here to create an email, even if you have an event. Most of the examples where we use the email automation is timeless. There is no date, no time. For example, the poses, it doesn't matter if you start that class in December or if you start it in January, it's still going to send those 7 different poses to a brand new member of your club. But if you have an event, you can set up a series of reminders about the conference, and you have them already set up and ready to go. So how do we tie this with live stream, and how does all of this work? So you're running the live stream and you're setting up an email automation. And so all you need to do in your live stream is to give them a link to sign up. And you're going to sum them up to a special email list in your constant contact account. Because as soon as someone else show up on that list, that's when the email is going to be sent out. So let's say that you are Jack's Backyard Barbecue and you do a live, maybe a cooking segment online, and then you say that afterwards, if you sign up our emails, you're going to get 20% off our next time you come into a restaurant, which is fine, but we don't want to just give it away to them. We don't want to say, if you tell them that you saw this video, you get 10%. No, they have to click on that link. They have to give their email and the first name. This is what we're asking for here, because then we can send out personalized email to them. And now they are on your email list, and not only are they going to get the automated first emails that we just looked at, examples, but you're also going to, from now on, be able to send out all your newsletters, all your information, all your product updates, because now you have them in your hand. So the email automation, how does that work? So you start creating those non-time sensitive emails, 1, 2, 3 usually. But when we talked about the air conditioning guys, there were probably 5 or 10, depending on how many times they're going to change their filter before it was time to do the yearly setup, yearly service. Yes, and if it was the yoga poses, there were maybe 7. So it all depends on, but you create those in advance. Then you create a new empty email list. That is the list with email addresses. So if you are running a Facebook Live, I suggest you do a brand new empty list that says Facebook Live. And then we create an email automation that anytime anything, a new email address comes into Facebook Live, it is going to kickstart that. And it doesn't matter when they are added, that's when it's going to start up. So it has a calendar. So it's perfect for the air conditioning guy, because you can do that installation 1st of January, and they're going to get a series of emails that you've already done. You don't need to keep track of them. They are ready depending on the first day. And then he goes a month later, do another installation, and that's when that one starts. So you want to set this up, and then you share your link in Join Facebook Live email, and then you're up running. This is such a great way to harness everything you get from your live sessions, where they see you, where you teach things, where you talk about things, and when you make a human connection with them, but you still get their email. And then you can start to do all of this. You only need to set up once, and they're going to get the information they are looking for. How much time? Oh, we are almost done. So let us know if you want to learn more about how to set up the email automation. We will be happy to do a full 20 minutes just on that part. You need to let us know in your question box that that's something you would like to know. And it is one of those things, just like the going live, you need to do it 1 or 2 times, and then you can see how easy it is. And it's really, really time saving. And if you know you need that, but do not have time to do it, we will be happy to do it for you. We will set up a trigger list. We create that sign up landing page, set the timing, activation, and testing. And we will help you for only $150. We will set it up. It is usually much more expensive. So if you're interested, just email us back, and we will let you know. And this is part, of course, going live, you can do in any platform, but the automation is within Constant Contact and is one of all the products they are using. if you don't have constant contact before, please look at the code you're going to get in the email follow-up, and we will let you know.
Thank you so much for joining us today. We are going to be sending you a follow-up email later today that will have those codes and that offer. It will have a link to the replay of this video. So if you were furiously making notes, they'll have a replay and also a PDF of the slide deck. So if you wanted to share this with a coworker or just peruse it. And we also will be pulling a drawing. So everybody who watched us today for a free 20-minute consultation. So be looking for that in your email box. And we hope to see you again in 2 weeks. We are going to continue this series talking about digital marketing trends, and we will specifically be talking about how to do business online. Everybody, no matter what kind of industry you're in, can offer just some of your products and services online. So we'll be giving you some simple tips to get that started.
Yeah, I
Do we
don't
have
see
time for
we have
questions?
any questions. No, but we do have people asking us to do a special section about the automation, so we will do that. And it's also asking about Google landing pages for Google, so we can take a look at that further on in the summer.
Great.
So our 20 minutes are out.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. We always enjoy it. Please feel free to call us, email us anytime if we can be of service, and we will be getting that follow-up email out to you shortly. And we hope to see you again in 2 weeks for the continuation of this series.